Coming across erasable coloured pencils and testing them has been one of the game changers of my sketching practice this year. They are very low in pigment, so they go down light, and it reminds me of watercolour as we're almost working with transparent layers. Rather than being dull like some graphite portraits tend to look, these ones seem to glow, and the play with focal points is always magical. Today, you'll have guessed it, we're going to be spending some time playing in my sketchbook and speaking about making sketching fun. I didn't sketch for 4 or 5 days and I already feel rusty coming back to it. I love starting off the portrait with a red or terracotta erasable pencil. I was telling you last week how this helps the lines to almost disappear into the portrait if you plan to then paint over it with watercolour or gouache. It kind of melts into it. I've also heard people like doing that and using water-soluble pencils. I haven't tried that one yet because I am too afraid of losing the underlying sketch completely under the paint. I always do want to be able to see certain areas, especially the eyes, because if you get them wrong, it can detract from the overall look of the piece. But let me know if you've tried the water-soluble pencils and then used wet medium over it. How did that work for you?
You were made to soar amongst the clouds, but never learned to rise above these crowds. Stuck in the dust of the life that you found, nowhere to go, no higher ground.
To me, these pencils are almost transparent. That's what makes them such special sketching tools, and there is no specific brand. Here you'll see me use Colorays by Polychromos, Staedtler and some other nameless set I got on Temu, which had a very wide variety of colours. So of course, having become obsessed with these erasable coloured pencils, I had to get them. They're quite good, probably even less pigmented than Colorays, but they do the work and they do what they were meant for. They are erasable. So they are forgiving of mistakes, and really you don't have to do that much rubbing. It doesn't ruin the watercolour paper you see me use today. And I will not be painting over them with watercolour in this video, but I could change my mind in the future and go back to the sketches you see here and paint over them. I really love how the red one turned out. It was the one I was least certain of in the beginning, but then it kind of just happened. It grew itself, so to speak, and I really love some nice strands of hair flowing in the wind across the spread. They always work well with portraits. I am 10 times more likely to sketch with these coloured pencils because you can hardly even see the sketch in the beginning, so you can really play about with it in its ghostly stages, make all the adjustments. I also experimented with a few ways of blending, but the one I found more fun was using a wet wipe, which you'll see me use, or you will have seen me use somewhere in this video. It kind of slightly melts the pencil and allows it to blend smoothly. I think you could do this even when doing full coloured pencil work with regular pencils. Let me know if this is one of these hacks that people tend to use commonly.
Beneath the shadows of this quiet town, I see you there, your feathers on the ground. Your eyes are heavy with the weight of the world, what's in a life you never could offer. Even if you never flown before.
One thing I would not do is think you can colour with these pencils, like create a full coloured pencil drawing. As you will see, the portraits will remain quite light all the way through, even though I did build up quite a few layers to intensify the darkest shadows. These are not coloured pencils, they are sketching pencils. But I don't want this whole video to be about these pencils. This is not a product review, but for me, they have definitely made sketching more approachable and more fun. On my Patreon, in all tiers, we are focusing on the theme of values this month of April. So basically where the shadows lie and the midtone and the spark of highlight in the eye, looking for our darkest darks to our lightest lights in whatever reference we are sketching from. We meet every Tuesday live via Zoom and co-sketch in every tier, and we record the sessions too to make them available as replays. There is a whole library of them by now, divided by theme and recorded tutorials as well. It's such an enjoyable practice, so if you'd like to do this with us, or check my free resources over there, the link to join will be in the description box below this video. And no, you don't have to be great at drawing or at painting. This is just a way to make your sketching activity more sustainable and fun, and have company while you're at it. And going back to pencils, another game changer for me is to not have your lead super sharp. That scratches and damages the surface of the paper. It's way too harsh. I really love having a long lead, but definitely not with a sharp tip, but with a more rounded off tip. And that will not scratch at the paper surface, creating indentations that will remain visible permanently in your sketch. I use a pencil sharpener called K-U-M, and that's exactly how it sharpens my pencils. It's 100% the best pencil sharpener I have tried up till now, so if you're looking for one yourself, this one is a safe bet.
Just where he was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
Another key factor for me has been taking my sketchbook away from my workspace. And I don't mean doing full plein air sketching outside, but simply taking it to your couch in the evenings or to bed even, and sketching at a time and space when you're already naturally winding down more, you're more comfortable, you're relaxed. I always notice these sketches are the loosest. We tend not to expect much from them, kind of like phone doodles. That is why we're very often surprised when they turn out better than expected. And that just keeps things going. It gets the ball rolling. The more you will work in your sketchbook, the more you will want to return to it, the more fun it will become, the less you will care, and the more your skills will automatically and steadily improve too. So it's a win-win kind of situation. However, that's all from me for today. These were my very own personal tips on how to make sketching more fun and approachable, so I hope they can help. Let me know if you have any precious tips to add, or if you disagree with anything too. I always read and answer the comments, and I love to do that. I will see you all next Sunday. Have a great week. Bye for now.